I think there is an awful lot to learn. The internet giants today all emerged in that era when it looked like telecom was going to, with smartphones and applications was going to sort of drive a new wave of activity. I think, you look at companies like Nokia who, viewed an ecosystem that was made up of telcos and a user base that they thought they understood, and they missed that operating systems and applications were going to be where it was at. And part of that was they missed the big communities that were going to influence things, and developers were a huge part of that. It was not hundreds of applications, it was millions of applications, and that took thousands and millions of developers to make it happen. If you try to force an ecosystem, if you try to just focus on the technology and sort of control the user base, I think that's a mistake. I think that's something that the ecosystem is learning. We see a lot more flexibility in the automotive industry, letting things develop a little more organically, and inviting developers in on the ground floor, because that's what's going to bring users at the end of the day. In the telecom days, I think that the understanding was it was going to be the handset and it was going to be the network. And if you owned those pieces, you would be able to control how the ecosystem developed. And it didn't turn out that way. The iPhone appeared, the user community bonded between the applications and the operating system and and the developers that were creating it. And that was sort of unforeseen. In the automotive space, I think the risk is that the exact same thing could happen, but I think the awareness is much better. So rather than focusing on a car as a platform, there's a move to recognize that the dash, the interface, the services, and the ecosystem of OEMs that already exist in that world, I think it's a much more sophisticated model. So I'm optimistic that things will settle in a much better place. The trick will be, who in the end makes the money, who in the end is the most successful, and I look forward to them working it out because I want to benefit from that myself. So.